Blessings. I was just teaching at the Burnside Community Center back there in the ballroom. It's just behind me. And I just want to make a little inspired YouTube about discernment and about choosing your path. So many of us might be on crossroads and we have to make some very important decisions, and you might ask yourself, how do I make this decision? Who do I listen to? How do I know that this is my intuition or not? And these are questions that come up a lot as people journey along. How do I really find that inner peace that's innately inside me that I talk about so much? And really it is through the breath. The only wisdom that is going to be authentic to you and powerful for you has to come from within you. Everything else otherwise is a stepping stone to take you into your ultimate truth. So first of all, let's begin that as we enter the challenge of discernment, and I would say discern about everything, sit with everything, find clarity before you make an action or a move, that you tune into your breath. Because number one, if you breathe unconsciously and erratically, you will make unconscious decisions that potentially will just perpetuate previous patterns, because you are in the same state. You are in a state of potential fight or flight. Through the breath, you are in a potential state of tension. And in that state, what happens is that your unconscious mind will make decisions based on safety and security and fear. And it will try to inherently keep you safe as a priority. And as it does that, you will generally not take positive quantum leaps, because the idea is safety and simplicity and survival rather than growth and elevation and healing. So if you want to make new decisions and you want to stop the same cycle that you've been in, you have to change the breath. That is the most powerful thing you can do. It will change your brain secretions, it will change your consciousness, it will change so many things, because it's all, the body basically syncs itself according to what your breath is doing. So start feeling the chair, feeling the support of the body, come into the now. Let go of the past which has happened and the future which hasn't happened, only temporarily. So it's not like a letting go permanently. It's for this purpose of the focus. And so as you feel this moment, you know, whatever sounds are around you, in this case you might be listening to my voice, all this kind of thing, feel that fully. Notice the breath now. So as we inhale, feel the belly expanding, the rib cage, breathing up into the collarbones. Suspend your breath all through the nose. Exhale from your collarbones down the chest, bringing the belly back towards the spine. I teach this a lot, so right now while you're listening, keep going like this. Inhaling, belly expanding, ribcage opens, breathing right up into the collarbones, and then all the way, after a big pause, back down. Have a little gap in between. Really, really simple. Something like this can make all the difference, honestly. It's just science. It's quantum physics, science, yoga, and it's physiology. So as you listen to this, feel that. And start to give yourself the break from having to feel tight, from having to feel, wow, you know, I have to hold my stuff together. Let yourself just be comfortable and feel safe within yourself. If you have got a lot of post-traumatic stress or other issues along those lines, then that's hard and you may need some help. You may need someone to help you feel safe and to break old patterns of way of being and thinking. And of course, that's when we're here for each other to support that, including in our meditation group at the Burnside Ballroom. We have a beautiful group. Today was a full room. It was absolutely incredible. Everyone is totally sitting there ready for it, and we just enjoy the space, the breathing, and whatever comes out of my mouth, which is a mixture of breathing, consciousness, hormonal health, meditative depth, chakras, NLP, hypnosis, how we hypnotize ourselves. All those different things will come up depending on what the group is vibrating with. I'll generally feel that, and I'll put a bit of that in. Today we did a choosing of our state exercise, and really going into the fact that you are your own master. You can choose so-called your TV station that you focus on. Like you would not just switch on the TV and watch anything that comes up, you would choose a channel that makes you feel happy. So we learned to really choose our inner channel that feels good through an image or a memory that we love. and then really immersing into it, using the connection to the physical body, the intelligence and the home within, and using a color that is linked with that to breathe it through the whole body. This is very much yogic NLP hypnosis. It's actually leading edge healing that they're using now even in some hospitals. Amazing stuff that's finally happening. So yeah, if you want to go deeper, definitely have a session if you want. You can ask me millions of questions. You can have a session, a private class. You can have annual coaching. I have coaching sessions and packages available. I also teach Kundalini Yoga, and I'm doing that research as well as part of my PhD that I'm involved in at the moment. It's very exciting. I'm really loving yoga meets science, and really it's about elevating human consciousness and being really connected to who you are and this incredible intelligence that you have. So right now, you're still aware of the breath. Are you still aware of the chair, wherever you are, or the feet supported by the floor? And just whatever temperature's around you, notice it. Whatever sounds are around you. Keep your jaw relaxed, space between your back teeth. And if you want to close your eyes, focus at the brow point. There are many reasons for doing that. Many reasons. Brow point focus is great. Just do that more and more. Even while I'm looking around, I'm still aware of the brow point, activating pituitary and pineal gland, opening the intuition further, balancing my hormones through that master gland. And there's just so much I could say, but in this moment, if you're in a crossroad and you need to discern, really trust yourself, and also trust what you're attracted to as guidance, and then sit with it. Give yourself time, because sometimes we rush things, or we have the ego that wants it now, and it's very much a society now that's very much into instant gratification. It's literally in the field around you, and it might not be your nature, but you get caught up in this thing because the world is just vibrating with this a lot, especially the first countries that we are in here in Australia, or wherever you are watching this. So if you have to make a decision, always, until you have clarity, pause if you can. Don't make a decision. Even a few hours or an overnight sleep can make a big difference. And then when you feel that you have breathed into it and you've sat with it in silence and looked at the whole situation, then allow yourself to make a decision or do further research. Everything, literally everything, has two sides to it. Maybe 3 or 4 even, but a minimum of 2. And really, you have a unique life, and you need to honor that. You have a unique history, a unique background, a unique way of existing, and what might work for one person may completely be ineffective for you. They swear by it. That diet works for them, that yoga works for them, this particular choice will work for them, but for you it's going to have to be the same, or something else, or something vastly different. It could be a massive spectrum. And in true friendship and in true honest respect of life, being so individualistic and so unique for everybody, we have to respect that. We have to respect that we can share our wisdom, and then people can take from that what works. And that's very important. And also for you to feel comfortable in doing that, in telling your friends and family, look, I really hear you. Now I need to sit with this, digest it, and then create my own path that suits me with my history, my situation, and which is very different. You will have no one with the same exact situation. Your health will be different, your finances, your relationships, everything, your degree of spiritual awareness, your degree of energy levels for doing certain things, how your body responds to even vitamins or exercise or yoga is very unique. And so when I teach yoga, when I teach anything, I always say, take what you love and then just get rid of the rest. Find what resonates with you. That is absolute key with anyone, in my opinion. And question everything, and then work with what feels right, step by step, so you can be as unique as you need to be, so you can live your soul's passion. You can't live other people's lives, even in a small way. Even if, for example, your parents wanted something, or your kids, or some superior or some really important person in your life, if they really care and if they really want you to have the best, they will want you to be aligned with what really feels good by you and what works for you and them, hopefully combination at least. And that is a really great measure of a person that has integrity around you and really honors you. And that's the sort of people you want to vibrate with, wouldn't you? Because otherwise, what is the point? So contemplate that. Write down what you really want. Write down what your knowledge you have. You can even go and take this into sleep. Write it down besides your bed, and then, you know, look at what inspirations you get as you meditate before sleep or during your sleep or first thing in the morning, and really trust, because your intuition is very, very powerful, and your knowing of your whole life is very powerful. And you may call a friend you haven't called for ages, and they listen to them and see, they may say the exact thing you need to hear. And because everyone is God, everyone is a divine expression, and everyone, even a person that might seem like they're not very nice, they have wise moments, or they might even show you what you don't want, which is really important. They might illustrate to you what it is that you definitely don't want, and that can help you make a decision as well. So really think about this very deeply, because that's how you will fly high in the quickest possible way, rather than delaying it, feeling stuck, creating maybe resentments and all sorts of things, like in every form and shape. This goes for everything, for your spiritual dimension, your relationship with yourself, how much time you need for yourself, how much time you want to go out to socialize. And the more you honor yourself and set the boundaries, so that people say, wow, you know, she's really aware of what they want, they will respect that. That will create your respect for yourself. That will create a repercussion of them either respecting you, which is what really is ideal, that we respect everyone, or that they walk away. Well, if they need to walk away, let them walk away, I say, because maybe they need to sit with someone else. Maybe their journey is taking them somewhere else. There's infinite potential, literally. So if you want to be really wise and you want to discern about a relationship, about a career choice, about anything, give yourself that time to connect to your truth, because I promise you, you could be getting 100 different versions and potentials, and what it will do is it will overwhelm you potentially, or either make a rash decision, or it will freeze you up so that you feel you can't move forward at all into something new. Also, your brain or the unconscious mind will start to worry about, you know, change. And as you make new decisions, you are embracing change, and that will always be a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling. Somewhat, because it is a risk. Anything that's a change is a risk, but then I will say anything is a risk too. Staying the same is also a risk, isn't it? It's a risk of reflecting back on life and then saying to yourself, oh, I didn't lead a rich life, I didn't try these crazy things because I was a bit scared. So it's, again, a bit like yoga, finding that balance, and only you know your balance. You know, and if anything, look at people that have done what you want to do, and check out if their life was similar, and then use that as a support. But the most powerful thing that I'm aware of that you can do is really spend the time going within, where you have the divinity, you have wisdom, you have all the knowledge, because not just your brain is a source of intelligence, but your heart center, your tummy, they are now found to be deep sources of intelligence. They have more nervous innervation than parts of your brain as well, and they vibrate a field that then attracts certain things to you. Like the navel center will also project out your fears. So if you don't clear that, breathe into it and connect with what your fears are, you will see them around you so that you can meet them and hopefully shift them. So I always say I'd rather do the work sitting under a tree and meditating and noticing, because once you notice, you're already halfway done. Then you just have to recognize, what does it mean for me? How can I deal with it? And you know, you're already really beautifully on your way. So keep in touch. Feel free to write comments and questions, because I really want to share more in those YouTubes that I'm going to be making. And I would love to hear what you think about it, whether you want me to elaborate on something. I'm right here for that, and I would love to hear from you about that if you can. And don't be shy, and you can also email me and directly if you don't want to write a comment on the YouTube channel. If you're a bit private, that's fine. And you know, I really feel we all have a right to be connected to our truth and to live in a place of that unique creative expression that we are. And I feel that a lot of the violence and problems are because people are spending a lot of time trying to make ends meet financially, and they don't have the time after that to connect into their essence. It's just so much about, you know, work, social media, getting things done, and also fear that's around us. So we really need to come back and channel back into the infinite potential, the fact that you are divine and everything you need is inside you, the fact that you are an incredible self-healing being of light or energy. Quantum physics has shown that, you know, we are not solid, we are a vibrational field of energy, and the yogis have always known that. So, you know, let yourself sit in this. And if you want to change things, if you want to shift, it's the breath. The breath changes the way you think, it changes the brain chemistry. It is the greatest, easiest way. The posture is important. The posture of sitting tall and straight will give you the confidence, the biological alignment, the emotional stability. It has been shown now that it is more powerful than affirmations. There's a science behind that. And it's absolutely amazing finding that postural alignment and going into that, holding that, and realizing how the brain chemistry changes and your sense of well-being and connection. So I'm not sure that I finished my last thread. I think I did. But really, it is so powerful. Everything is inside for all of us. And it is divine to share that. There's nothing more beautiful than to share that, and to, you know, like I was saying, people that are struggling or that are violent or that are taking drugs or addicted to foods or addicted to sex, whatever it is, pornography, the number one addiction now. It is really an escape from feeling what's happening, because it's overwhelming to feel reality. It's stressful, and it's like using pleasure to cover up facing the pain. And so that's perfectly rational, really. It's just very self-destructive, and once you go and spiral down, it becomes a lifestyle and an addiction. And once that happens, it's harder to come up. And that's where, you know, these meditation groups that I run can help, or anything else that you resonate with, the Kundalini yoga classes, the NLP, the hypnosis, the self-care packages, the counseling, the anything that helps you, basically. So keep in touch. Again, like I said, check my website if you're interested. Subscribe. I guess everybody says that. To me, that's kind of obvious, but subscribe and get the notification so that whenever I produce or write another session here, you will get a notification, and then you can choose to tune in. I will promise you this, that I make all of them a positive, uplifting experience of contemplation and reminding you of your infinite potential, which is what you are. Without a shadow of doubt, you are that. So I'm here for that. I love it, and thank you for watching. And yeah, have a really, really great moment now. Maybe spend 5 more minutes sitting with yourself or journaling. What do I really want? What's happening? Write down what you love about yourself. Be outrageous and do it, and really get into it. It will shift your life. All the successful people that are harmonized in a successful way, they have massive gratitude. They write these things down. They feel gratitude for simple things like, you know, sunlight, water, clean water, being able to walk barefoot in the grass, having a safe bed to sleep in, and then going up to whatever else you're grateful for, having clothes, a car, being able to even have time to read a book and to contemplate, to have sources of information around us. And all those things are great, great gifts. We are super blessed here. And you know, anything is possible. So remember that. Keep anchoring and brainwashing yourself into that. All of the advertising industries are around creating limitation and externalization. Know that. Understand what you're dealing with. All the advertising wants you to feel that you don't have it within you, that you need something else, which is what they're offering, and that you're not good enough. And that's just how they make us feel. Oh, I need the latest dress, the latest earring, the latest book, the latest course. In truth, those things can be nice, of course, but really, is that what you need right now? Is that really it? Because in the end, when you keep asking yourself, why am I doing this? You're actually looking, if you keep doing the process, why do I do this? What do I want to get out of this? Ask yourself. You'll find when you come to the end of it, you want peace. You want to feel good about yourself. You want to be. And really, you can do this right now. You can do this right this moment. And as you vibrate with this feeling, the world will feel it. People around you will feel it. You will attract different situations. You will feel things differently. And by the way, when you feel that way and you realize your infinite potential, your whole immune system, your biology enhances, and you'll start to have health problems drop away. And lots of things along those lines. Relationships improve. People come into your life that are more balanced for you, People that don't serve you, just drop away. It's fantastic. You don't have to do anything. So embrace this. And another thing I want to recommend is a book called Embracing Uncertainty. It's by Susan Jeffers. It's a great book. I feel like the world has always been an uncertain place, but it feels more uncertain now at times when you become more conscious, when there's more information out there. And it is really important to realize, as part of your mental health, that you are always embracing uncertainty. But the way Susan Jeffers talks about it is deeply empowering. I really love that book. I love a lot of books actually, but she's one that keeps coming to mind, because when we feel scared of uncertainty, we go into fear mode. And when we go into fear mode, the whole cycle starts of the fight or flight, looking for problems, feeling not good enough, wanting to get better, and that whole striving starts. So if we can embrace the playground of life as a massive uncertainty holodeck, really, we can start to feel playful, and we can start to embrace it, and we can start to realize that we can create and choose and vibrate with different aspects, some of which we haven't even noticed yet. So I'm getting really hot in the car. I'm gonna stop now. It's very hot here. I don't even know. Must be a 30-degree day in Australia here, South Australia. Have a great day, and until next time. Blessings, Sat Nam. Keep well. Look after yourself. Be yourself. Fly with that.